I mean, it's been popular for years, but it's kind of experiencing a new moment even with some of the celebrities that have started training. For you, what is it about jiu-jitsu specifically that you think just is so beneficial?
Because it's the oldest sport in the world. It was in ancient Greek hundreds of years ago. So thousands of years ago, and I'm glad we kind of rediscover it. And I'm back in the competition. There's guys, like I said, will be back to be best, like young generation that will be competing against other grapplers that are specialized in that sport that want to compete to be the best grappler in the world. For me, I want to compete against guys that are active fighter or veteran fighter, guys that are in shape for the kick of it and for the fans, to please the fans, because ultimately you're the one who decide who you want to see perform, you know?
And just a word to the media, we might have some time for some questions for George in just a few minutes, if you are interested in that. How would you, to UFC fans, people that are fans of mixed martial arts, that mix the arts, right, striking and grappling, how would you kind of sell to them why grappling competitions are so much fun and why the world of strictly jiu-jitsu is so much fun to watch?
Well, it's a sport that is accessible to a bigger range of people, I believe, because there's no there's the risk of injury, especially for brain damage consequence, are to the minimum, and also it's a sport that you know, you can do it for a longer period of time without affecting your health. And I will always train mixed martial art. I will always, you know, do karate, Muay Thai, boxing, all my life. But if I want to compete now at the stage of my life where I am, it's going to be more emphasizing into grappling.
You mentioned some decorated names that are going to make their name in jiu-jitsu. Gordon Ryan is certainly one who has done that, and he's featured on UFC Fight Pass as well, and you're pals with Gordon Ryan. What can you say about his impact on the world of jiu-jitsu?
Well, I believe Gordon Ryan is the best grappler of all time right now. I've trained with many guys. I believe he's the best grappler, submission, wrestling, jiu-jitsu artist of all time. And for me, it's an honor to have the opportunity to train with him and train with all the guys under John Danaher tutelage in Austin, Texas. And I really believe I have the best team. And I'm glad to be back, to be part of it, to represent the team. And it's going to be serious competition. I'm going in there. I'm going to prepare as much as I would fight for a UFC title. It's very serious because it will affect my legacy. And I'm glad to see you guys, feel the love, feel the support, and you guys want to make me to come back to this. That's because you make me feel the love that I want to get back to this.
Gordon Ryan will be at UFC X tomorrow, so if fight fans want to get up close and personal with Gordon Ryan, he'll be in Las Vegas. I have one more question, then we'll get the media involved. There was a very popular Instagram post recently. You were standing next to Elon Musk and John Danaher, the Elon Musk jiu-jitsu training. What's the word on it right now? If you can't say anything, we'll move on.
No, I can. We train, and it was a lot of fun. He's very strong, physically very strong, much stronger than the average man. Very tough, and he has I didn't know that in the beginning. He had a judo background, so it was an amazing experience. He's someone that I have admired for years because of what he has done, his accomplishment, and for all the ideas that he stands for. And for me, it was a dream come true to meet him in person.
There's some media questions. I've always wanted to do this. Who has the first question? Hey, John, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. George, obviously very exciting to have you back in competition. I'm curious, do you have an opponent lined up yet for this matchup? And when can you announce that it's Khabib Nurmagomedov?
it's hard for me to pick an opponent, and I'm gonna tell you why, because the range is huge. And there's also guys that when they retire, sometimes they get out of shape, so it's impossible. And there's guys that used to compete in lighter weight class that gets bigger, or vice versa. Guys that were big that got smaller. I receive a list today of potential opponent, and I will have a talk with the UFC people, my people, to see also who the fans want to see me compete against, and we'll go from there. You know, want to make everybody happy.
And George, are you looking at this competition for a phase of your career?
I have no illusion, guys. I have more important things in my life. I don't want to be the best grappler in the world. And I know it will be unrealistic from my part if this is my goal. However, I do want to feel the adrenaline of competition again. I'm in very, very good shape. For a 42-year-old man, I'm in very good shape. And I know I can prepare myself very well, because I do believe I have the best team to do that. And I will compete to the best of my ability against worthy opponent. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I know there's guys like we mentioned, Gordon Ryan, Giancarlo Bologna. There's guys that's their specialty, because there's a big difference between submission wrestling and mixed martial art. That doesn't mean if you're a good fighter, you will be good in submission wrestling, and that doesn't mean if you're good in submission wrestling, you're a good fighter. It's the same thing in boxing. Great, if you're a great boxer, that doesn't mean you'll do well in MMA, and vice versa. It's a specialty. It's a sport that is very specialized, and now I'm gonna start to really focusing on it to get myself ready for the next challenge.
And George, just to kind of follow up on that last thing for me real quick, because we know how meticulous your preparation always was through your career, and you talk about this being specialized, I mean, how will you approach this training? How much of it will be just catered to this, and who will be leading that charge to get you prepared for this?
Well, I will train under my coach, John Danaher, and all his students. He had some of the best athletes under his tutelage. So Giancarlo, Gordon Ryan, all the guys that are training there. Plus, I have my training in Montreal. So the way I see it, I'm going to be doing Montreal, Austin a lot in the next few weeks, few months.
Mike, go ahead.
George, just curious, for this grappling match, what's kind of your preferred rule set? Like, you want submission only, no time limit? What would be your desired kind of rule set here?
I think for the audience, a rule sets that promotes finishes would be more interesting for the audience, for me, and for my opponent as well. Something that forces the action.
And just to circle back to the stuff with Elon, after training with him, what do you think? Does this Mark Zuckerberg fight happen?
Well, historically, if you look at what Elon has accomplished, he's the kind of man that when he put his sight on a goal, he achieved it. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop it. However, it's important to realize that he's no ordinary man. He's extremely, extremely busy. Most of his time is dedicated to work on things that can change the fate of humanity and change the fate of humanity. So a part of me is, if he needs me, I will be there if he wants my help, 100%. But a part of me also believes that he's working on things that are far more important. He put his time on things that are way more important than fighting in a cage. I know you don't like my answer, guy, but that's what I believe in the bottom of my heart.
We're gonna have to leave it there. Sign up for UFC Fight Pass. You can watch the Fight Pass Invitational. George St. Pierre competing in December. The UFC Hall of Famer, a legend, a former champion. Let him hear it. Welcome back, George.
Thank you, guys.